So apparently EDP is coming for everybody's cupcakes again because he just can't get enough. He is the man who loves his cupcakes, which I can't blame him. Cupcakes are tasty as fuck. But peep this right here. Peep my screen, my friends. My only friends. I got no friends. Briz. There's something out of the ordinary on his channel, and that is, it appears that YouTube or EDP has took down his latest video on the man, the myth, the legend, the cupcake eater, the professional cupcake eater, might I add. EDP has either took down this guy's videos, or he's gotten in contact somehow with YouTube, saying, yo YouTube, take this video down because it's about me and I don't want to be exposed. Well my friends, you already got exposed like 10 million times before, so good luck not trying to get exposed in the year 2023. A little bit too late to try and get these videos taken down now. You should have done that from the friggin' beginning before it got all this friggin' attention on you for being a bad person. But yeah, Briz's video on EDP got taken down, and Sensitive Society has been seeing that a load of YouTubers' videos have been taken down when they've been about EDP445, which in my opinion it is no coincidence. It is nothing. It's literally YouTube just saying, oh, this is cyberbullying and harassment. I don't know how you can cyberbully and harass a creep like a pedophile guy, but anything is possible when it comes to YouTube. Apparently it's okay to cyberbully and harass other people, but when it comes to pedophiles and sensitive subjects, they prefer you not to talk about them. Because time and time again I've been seeing people talk about like these really creepy people in the world, pedophiles, and they will get their channel either terminated or they get their video taken down. It is quite a common thing here on YouTube. So apparently you can cyberbully and harass like reaction channels, you can cyberbully and harass XQC, SSS Sniper Wolf. YouTube is all happy with that, but when it comes to pedophiles and actual criminals, they are not cool with you talking about those subjects, and they will take it down like 1, 2, 3, 4 and it's gone, poof. So let's see what Sensitive Society has to say about these videos getting taken down left, right and centre. There's been a video made by Jamari, I've watched him live on stream, and there's been a video made by Briz that he does bring up as well. And it seems like every single EDP video which isn't on Gideon's channel is getting terminated and taken down and banished to the Shadow Realm by YouTube.
I hope I can get this video out before I even get a strike. I hope I don't get one, but just in case, I'm just going to keep this as short as possible. So this morning I woke up and I got tagged on a few tweets about EDP videos getting taken down. And in this situation we got Briz, YouTuber with 240k subs.
I noticed that earlier. I went to Briz's channel to see if I could review his video on stream, not react to it, because I already have watched it. I pre-watched it before it got taken down, and I wanted to bring it up on stream just to break it down for my audience earlier, but the video was gone and I was like, okay, he must have deleted it. Now it turns out that YouTube has took down his video. We'll allow Sensitive Society to explain what's happened here.
Forever. He says, I need help. I panicked after receiving a strike on my EDP video. So I stupidly deleted it before I peeled it, working on recovering the video with YouTube support, but I need your help. I got striked for showing a clip of Gideon, and anyone who's made a...
So it appears that our friend Briz has took down his video manually because he got a strike on his channel from YouTube, or maybe it was a warning. I don't know, because I thought like if you get a strike they take down the video at the same time of giving you that strike. So I don't know how he managed to get a strike without his video getting taken down. That part of the story does not add up for me. But apparently he took it down himself after receiving a YouTube guideline strike, and it's like getting a strike and the video not taken down is unheard of by me. Like, I've never heard of somebody getting a strike without the video getting taken down by YouTube. So that just doesn't sit well with me. So maybe they just forgot to take down the video and they just gave the strike and was like, here you go mate, this is for showing Gideon on your channel or some shit. So it wasn't for showing EDP, it was for showing Gideon. Like, what's wrong with Gideon? He's not even banned on YouTube. What is wrong there, man? What's YouTube playing at?
Think about EDP in the last 72 hours has used the Gideon footage. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus and be like, well, look at his video, it's still up, and look at hers, it's still up. Like, I'm not going to do that. I've seen 3 YouTubers have their videos taken down. One of them is Briz, another one is a fellow Line X member, Jamari, and another one is Turkey Tom. Out of everyone's videos,
Turkey Tom was a third channel. I couldn't remember who the third channel was. All of those guys that you just saw flash up on the screen, Briz, Turkey Tom, and Jamari, I've watched them here on my live stream like many times before, and it appears every single one of them made a video on EDP445. I didn't know that Jamari made one because I didn't see the video before it got taken down, but for Briz and Tom Dark, I think Tom Dark did a whole documentary on EDP445, and I think I watched it from beginning and end. Not to end, sorry, I think I fell asleep to the video because it was super long. A lot of his documentaries are super long, so I think I fall asleep to Tom Dark quite often because my attention span just, I'm like a baby. If you rock me too much, I go to sleep. So, yeah, but I watched Briz's video from beginning to end, and I really enjoyed that video so much that I was gonna wake up today and break the video down for a review, the first review, instead of a reaction, because I pre-watched it before the live stream, so I could have reviewed it breaking the video down. But I wasn't fast enough before EDP saw the video and was like, YouTube, mods, crush his skull. That's what Low Tier God says. Bro, I forget about memes all the friggin' time. I'm a very forgetful person. I'll probably forget about this whole situation if I didn't record it. Let's be honest, that's why I go live and record, because if I didn't do that, I'd forget about everything that I talk about.
Out, and there was nothing that went against the TOS. There was no cyberbullying, there was no harassment, there was no, you look like Black Shrek, EDP. Like, there was none of that. It was the most tame out of anyone by far.
When I started to watch EDP and Gideon's video on EDP, like, before I realised that Gideon and EDP are banned on this website, so I had to like end the stream real quick and be fast with my shit and be like, publish it and then highlight it, take the part that I want to put over on YouTube out, and then just delete the full version because Gideon is banned on Twitch and I didn't want to get yeeted or banished to the friggin' shadow realm. So I was quick with my shit. I quickly highlighted it, and then the rest of the fodder I just got rid of. But in that, when I was reacting to that, I actually called them Malteser heads, and I do apologise. It's what I call people who are bold, whether they are my nationality or not. Race doesn't matter, because there are white Maltesers and there's dark Maltesers, so I'm all about equality. I will dish you equally as a Malteser. So if you're bold, you're a Malteser or a mushroom, one of those two. Depends what I decide what you are on the day.
And even that,
No
okay?
racism
If you're
here.
telling us it's not okay to make fun or make jokes about EDP, God forbid we hurt a predator's feelings. How could that be possible? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But it's okay. You go talk to minors. That's all good. Go on Discord, bud.
He said it more perfectly than me, like, oh my God, we dissed a friggin' pedophile. Oh my God, we're the worst human beings ever. We cyberbullied a pedophile that's banned on YouTube for being a pedophile. We bullied them so hard that YouTube wants to take our videos down and siding with a creep, which doesn't sit right with me. Like, YouTube, I don't know what's going on in your headquarters. I don't know if it was a bot that detected it as being a cyberbully or whatever, but it looks like that you're siding. It's making YouTube look bad because it looks like they're siding with a complete creep and pedophile at this point, bruh, by taking down these videos. But I don't know if it's done on behalf of EDP. He got a lawyer involved that has connections with YouTube and got in touch with YouTube and threatened legal action if they didn't remove the videos. I don't know what happened, but I can just assume and speculate like everybody else. I'm not there, I'm not his lawyer. I don't know if he's ordering his lawyer to send everybody to the Shadow Realm, and I don't know if his lawyer's coming for those cupcakes and taking them down one by one, but it seems like that's what's happening, is his lawyer's getting in touch with YouTube, threatening legal action, and YouTube's like, okay, we'll remove the video. Hands up, don't shoot, bro.
God forbid we make jokes about EDP, or we talked about EDP. Everyone's videos on EDP got 100k views easily, and I don't want to come across as we're doing good, we're cleaning up YouTube, we're taking all these creeps off the platform. I don't want to say that, but I think we're definitely bringing awareness to this situation. But I think when our videos get 100k, 500k...
I think what Gideon's doing is perfect, because I think he's going the best route, which is the legal route. He's in contact with the law enforcement to try and generally get EDP behind bars, where he's been meaning to go since he first got exposed back by the guys that didn't do it right and literally jeopardized the whole case. So it looks like Gideon's going the right way, and he's trying so hard to get this man put behind bars. He's been in contact with law enforcement, and this is what I'm here for, is to sit here and celebrate the day that EDP finally sees and gets friggin' introduced to his cellmate, because that's what he deserves for putting kids through mental scarring. From seeing his shit to him threatening that he's gonna shoot them in the head. Like, this guy is a fucking psychopath. There's only one place for psychopaths in this earth, and that is behind bars or 6 feet under, because like they're just friggin', they're too weird to live their life, bruh. They're too friggin' weird. Like, how can you threaten a kid? I don't understand that. I don't know what's going on in this guy's mind, but he said he'll send her soul to the Lord. Yeah, your cellmate will do that when he's fucking the shit out of you, bruh.
That makes people more aware of EDP.
Your soul's going straight to the Lord, like when your new cellmate gets a hold of your cupcakes, bruh.
It's a DM from him, they're gonna be like, oh yo, it's EDP, that guy from Jamari's video, the guy from Bri's video, the guy from Sensitive Society's video, you know? Oh, he's a creep, and that's factual, it's not an allegation, let me not engage, right? Or let me get in contact with the police. But we're actually spreading awareness and having fun as well. Who is the third party we're harming? I'm not being harmed. EDP's not being harmed. No.
But anyone that raises awareness, I've seen it time and time again, where if they raise awareness regarding a paedophile or a creep or a menace to society, they will get banished to the Shadow Realm because maybe that person in question that's committed crimes and that lot has a lawyer, and that lawyer got in contact with YouTube to take videos down. And I think I have to just assume that's what EDP is doing, because like Jamari, I've watched his videos time and time again. He's not the cyberbullying type. He literally just reacts to videos, kind of like how I do. But he has his own thoughts and opinion, kind of like how I do. So Jamari, not a cyberbully at all. So I can just kind of speculate and just assume that there's a lawyer involved, and there's like a third party person just taking all these videos down, but nobody knows who's doing it because it hasn't been confirmed. We can't confirm if it's EDP, we can't confirm if it's YouTube doing it on their own, and we can't confirm if there's a lawyer involved. We just have to assume it's either a lawyer or EDP, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the professional cupcake eater himself, or maybe it's YouTube. YouTube just has these very terrible bots that like they hear criticism and someone being criticized and are like, you can't do that on this platform, freedom of speech is not allowed, and banished. They press the banish button and they banish you to the shadow realm for speaking out and spreading awareness on a sensitive topic. So I'm assuming one of the three: EDP, his lawyer, or YouTube. That's my guesses, because YouTube has some very terrible bots. But since I don't think bots would be like, oh, Jamari's reacting, let's take his video down, because he doesn't really he voices his opinion, but he doesn't really do it bullyingly. So that is why I think it's done by somebody who's an actual person, not a bot. Because Jamari is not mean to people. He doesn't. I don't think he has a mean soul in his body. He's like me. He just minds his own business, but he likes watching things. So that's what he does on video, just like me. So I don't know. It's very weird. So I will assume that it's EDP with a lawyer, probably, taking down these videos. Final answer, yep, Steve Harvey, that is my final answer.
Who's watching
Good answer.
How can you possibly take down all of these videos, but at the same time allow Minilad, a confirmed freak, to still be on your platform? How has his channel...
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I still see some people that's been exposed in the past still on this platform. They got away with everything scot-free. It doesn't make sense. It kind of makes you think maybe it is a bot doing this shit, but I highly doubt it. Taking Jamari down is what makes me think it isn't a bot, it's the actual person doing this shit. It's probably somebody working very close with EDP.
Have been taken down 2 or 3 years after everything came out. How are the people who are talking about another creep the ones getting punished? But it's okay for Minilad and a lot of other YouTube creeps to be on the platform and allowed to, upload whenever they want, whatever they want. But God forbid you talk about EDP and the new update that happened. I think that's fucking bizarre. It all started with Jamari, I believe. I was issued a strike on my EDP recap video. I tried to appeal and it was unsuccessful. Team YouTube, can you please take another look at my video? There's hundreds of others just like it up on the platform. And all of the material used is still live on YouTube. The Gideon video is still up. It has 2 million views. It's still up.
And that could also confirm that it's an actual person taking these videos down, because every one of Gideon's videos, you can see the screenshots are still up on EDP. So I don't think EDP's got the balls to go after Gideon, because Gideon knows where this man steps. He can literally confront the man in person. But people that hasn't confronted him in real life are getting taken down. It's like, yeah, that maybe I think he's he's got some fear in his heart when it comes to Gideon. So he do not have the balls to take Gideon down. But anybody else who's just talking shit on the internet, it seems like he's taken down with somebody's help, because he's banned on this platform. I doubt he can get in touch with YouTube and be like, take these videos down, and YouTube's gonna be like, yes sir, anything you want sir. No, it has to be a lawyer threatening legal action against YouTube. It has to be.
that hasn't been taken down. That's what everyone was using as background footage or as footage to show the audience. And I don't believe Gideon's video should be taken down. I don't think anyone's video should be taken down. Now, is it EDP's lawyer who's trying to take all of these videos down?
That's my guess. Your guess is as good as my guess, but we're on the same page, aren't we, Sensitive? Hell yeah.
Proof? Even if you take all of the videos down, right, all from the top creators, there's re-uploads. I'm sure it's just a matter of time before, you know, mine goes down, which I will appeal because I looked at it and
I think there's archive channels that will re-upload this shit. They've got it on their systems and they know how to banny fade because some people know the technique how to banny fade. So I'm pretty sure like there's no running from this, whether you're gonna strike everybody that talks about you. There's just gonna be re-uploads. You take an archive channel down, they pop up, they start banny fading, and your video is back up by the same person, but YouTube doesn't know that it's the same person because they don't reveal their identity. So you're not running from this one, EDP.
And I'm not bullying or cyberbullying.
And hopefully when Gideon's done with you, you'll be behind bars, and that's when we're all done with you. Like, the day that this man sees his new cellmate and gets introduced to him is a day that I celebrate alcohol free because I don't drink anymore. I used to in my prime, but now I'm getting too old to drink.
Or attacking anyone. Those videos are probably the most tame I've been because of this exact issue, because I don't want to get a strike. And about an hour ago, Turkey Tom got his video taken down. I received a community guideline strike for harassing and cyberbullying.
And Turkey Tom works so hard on his friggin' videos just for all his hard work to go down the drain because EDP has a third party that's in touch with YouTube, threatening legal action. And now there goes Tom Dark's hard work going down the drain because of one guy that's got probably a powerful legal team. It would look like. I think if you whether it's an open threat or not, if you just threaten legal action against YouTube, they will just comply because they don't want to deal with court cases, because you have to literally spend money to deal with a court case. Like, you have to deal with legal fees to get a lawyer and all this fucking shit, and then you can get ordered to pay a sum of money. YouTube doesn't want to fucking deal with another court case under their belts, so they just comply with a lawyer guy, EDP's secret lawyer. I don't know, I don't know if it's like a company, a whole ass company, or if it's just some sort of lawyer, but I'm not sure who it would be under, but it would seem like someone is definitely threatening legal action against YouTube. Whether it's the man, the myth, the legend himself, well, I can't really call him a legend, the man, the myth, the creep himself, or the cupcake CEO, which would be his lawyer.
Which I find hilarious. How can we possibly harass and cyberbully EDP? I mean, just think of that concept.
Hey, we could start calling his lawyer the baker because he keeps on feeding EDP cupcakes. That's a funny one.
Too low-key being like, hey, do not make fun of that creep, okay? He has feelings and no one should go after him. Really, that's what you're protecting? Oh yeah, the people who are exposing creeps, let's hurt them. Let's take them down. Let's take them down for bringing a...
But when I got cyberbullied, nobody took anybody down back then, did they? Because I didn't order it. I was like, oh, people hate me on the internet. I don't know them, so I don't really care. It wasn't... I stopped getting bullied because I just took down that channel and I made a new one because I just run away from bullies and I just make a new channel. You can do that when you're a small YouTuber. When you're big and you do this for a living, it's like there's no hiding. You have to take it.
awareness to a really
because
big
that's
issue
that's your
going
career.
on. I got a strike for harassment and cyberbullying where there was no such thing. It was a journalistic documentation of events regarding EDP. The part that was cited as cyberbullying was just a still image, which is this one. And the newest update from Turkey Tom is that it got denied, just like everyone else. But I'm not going to take those EDP videos down. So if they go down, it was because of YouTube, by the way. It wasn't me. And what that means is that I won't be uploaded for a week. So I'm just gonna take a 1 week.
It's weird how in the past that I got cyberbullied on the same website that is taking people down for cyberbullying a paedophile and a creep. And I'm a really nice guy. Like, I will be polite to people whether I know them or not, because that's how I was raised. I just be polite whether I hate you or not. But if I hate you, I more than likely will, just because it's the internet, I can just block you and never talk to you again. But if I like you, I'm down to talk to you. But when I get cyberbullied online, like, nobody gives a shit. Nice guy over here. But when a creeper pedophile gets bullied online, it's like, you better take it down because they've got feelings. What about my feelings, bruh? What about my feelings? I had to delete YouTube channels manually just to run away from the bullies, and then I realised that if I don't like what people say about me, there's a disable comment section button. But I think it worked out for the best, because now I have names that I actually like, and not a YouTube name that I called myself once, like when I was a little kid, when I was 13 plus. Now that I'm an adult, I have deleted past YouTube channels, and I've got a name that I want to keep. So don't cyberbully me, because if you do, I'll just disable the comment section. Easy. Now I can't see you, you're John Cena.
Vacation, I might just chill out. I've been, grinding way too hard this year. I hope I don't.
But as time went on, I've grown to learn. Anybody who's a hater, just stick a heart on their comment. Just heart the comment. Like, that's how you deal with haters. Ignore them and just shove a heart on them, because that will leave them confused while you're hearting a hate comment. So as time goes on, I've learned how to deal with hate. Now I'm ready to become a big YouTuber.
Keeps me busy and it's fun. I hope I don't get a strike. But if I do, I'm just going to chill out, take a few days. But in case that does happen, I would really appreciate it if you guys follow my Instagram and Twitter, just in case. I would really appreciate it. The links will be in the description of this video.
Bro, I don't even follow you on YouTube, bro. Talking about follow my Instagram and Twitter. 1, I don't have an Instagram, and 2, I don't want to follow you on Twitter or YouTube, bruh. I'm just here to watch you. I'm not here to subscribe and follow you, because I don't want to become a stalker.
As well. And Briss left a comment under my community post.
I don't want to stalk people.
And I quote, "We want to make this a safe platform for everyone," was what they told me. What a joke. If this is what YouTube's goal is, just keep...
Want to make it a safe platform by silencing people that are raising awareness on a sensitive topic. Yeah, you're doing a good job there, protecting the weirdos that they are trying to raise awareness against.
The platform safe from everyone, and for everyone. Why is MiniLat still up? Like, that should have been one of the first channels to go. And a lot of people keep saying, James Charles, why is his channel still up after endless and countless accusations about him, reaching out to young people? How is Colleen Ballinger still on the platform? If you really want to make it safe for all, ban those people. In theory, that should be your goal, right? Not some fucking commentary channels like us who are just talking about it. We're the least of anyone's problem. This is completely fucking ridiculous. This is a joke, and it just sucks that we're the ones who get in trouble for reporting the, quote-unquote news and for bringing awareness to the situation. Thankfully, if I disappear for a week, sure, I'm going to lose a few $1,000s, but I'll be fine. Like, I'm not...
I wouldn't call it news. I would call it a discussion kind of video, because, like, news is how people who literally say, let's get right into the news friggin'... That's a news video, and they literally go from story to story, and they have a certain way of delivering it, like they're a news anchor. What these people do, they just have a discussion, and then they ask their audience how they're feeling on this discussion, so they can debate certain parts that they went over, and they can all have a friendly discussion in the comment section below about the conversation in question. In this case, it's about people getting taken down by Cupcake Man. Cupcake Man is on the loose. He shouldn't be, but he still is.
But what about
unfortunately,
the people who pay rent, who need to pay bills? You know, it sucks, and that's a week off. And on top of that, YouTube is
bro, YouTube doesn't give a fuck about that. This is business. It's like the WWE. This is friggin' business, bro. Fuck your family. Fuck anyone you have to make money for, and fuck you. You don't want to abide by our rules and laws? Get the fuck out. So I think that's YouTube's mentality. They're like WWE. They'll fire everybody and anybody who they see as a threat to their platform. WWE will fire anybody and everybody who they either don't have a match, they haven't wrestled in the current year, they've just been benched. They'll just literally fire people left, right and centre, because if they're not good enough on the microphone to deliver a promo, or they're not good enough in the ring, they don't need them. So it's just a business decision. If they see that you're a threat to YouTube, they will banish you to the shadow realm, never to be seen again, bruh.
Fun. I love YouTube. I love doing YouTube videos, and I will do it if I didn't get paid. I mean, I did record and make videos for like 2.5 years before I ever got paid. So this shit's just fun. It's a hobby, and it's my job. I'm very blessed and lucky to call it that. This is so fucking unfair to everyone. I'll be fine. I'm not going to struggle or have to sell my...
Regardless of in the past getting cyberbullied off the platform, just to bounce back and come back and better and stronger than ever and more aware than ever. Yeah, I still enjoy it. Anybody that cyberbullies me nowadays gets hearted, because we want to spread love, not hate. So I don't even reply to the haters, I'll just heart everybody, and I'm kind of addicted to that button. I just love hearting everything, whether it's hate or love. I just like hearting. It's just something about the heart emoji on YouTube that appeals to me. I don't know what it is, but ever since they added that, if I ever get hate, I know how to deal with it. Just slap a love heart on the hate comment, or just disable my comment section. One or the other. Like, pick your poison.
My booty hole pics on OnlyFans to pay rent or anything. But, you know, I can't imagine any smaller YouTuber being like, fuck, you know, I got a strike, I can't upload for a week, I just, you know, I missed a few $1,000s, now what am I going
I'd just go over to Dailymotion. I give no fucks.
do. I think getting a strike and your videos taken down for a fucking EDP video that you're just reacting to, that a bigger...
And if I get banned over on Dailymotion, I'll just go to the hub. And if I get banned on the hub somehow, then I'll go to the X videos, which, if you don't know, Twitter is now called X, so I'd be making X videos. Yeah, like, when I say X videos, I mean Twitter videos. I'm not talking about, like, another kind of X videos kind of platform. I'm talking about Twitter. And if I get banned off of X videos, I would literally go to RedTube. If I get banned over there, I'd go to... I don't know, I'd just Google P-word websites, and I'm sure I'll find a new platform if I get banned on every single other P-word website. I'm sure there's one out there for me, bruh, for my content.
Creator put up, no one should have ever gotten a strike. Not Tom, not Briz, not Jamari, not any other creators. It sucks, and I hope my videos don't go down, but in case they do, and if I don't upload for a week, now you know why. It doesn't look good when you're out here defending and taking down videos of YouTubers who went out of their way to make these videos. Be like, yo, look, EDP is back again, and this is why.
And someone like Turkey Tom has put in so much effort and so much editing just for it all to go to waste, because either EDP's got a fucking lawyer now, or YouTube just hates Turkey Tom, Jamari and Briz. But what are the odds of them just hating those three YouTubers, watching their every move? Now, I'm sure EDP has got some kind of team on his side somehow, bro. I don't know if it's the pedo team, the getting my fan kind of team, but he's got the cupcake team behind him, and they are going to strike anybody down who gives them bad press, I guess.
It's just so fucking weird. I hope this is a bot mistake and it gets fixed. I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for listening. It means the world to me. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if, somehow this hit the algorithm. And I hope I could see you guys in a few hours with a second drop or, tomorrow. And if I don't, well, now you know why. YouTube sniped me. Alright, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace out.
Have a nice vacation if you get banned, bruh. But that was the EDP445 Cupcake Man story. He's got his own cupcake team. He is coming for your cupcake, and he's going to take them all down by eating them because he's a fat bastard. But anyway, on to the next story, the worst Smash Bros streamer. That's what it's called. Let me just do the transition again, because I want to actually talk about this, not watch I might actually watch that video, but for now I want to just talk about it by googling it. Smash Bros drinking driving ban. So if you don't know, there was a person that liked to play Smash Bros, and apparently he got so good that he is considered a professional at it. His name was Bobby Big Balls, which by that name you can that kind of like confirms to me that he's a brand risk. He apparently went out drinking and driving on stream. Apparently he drank a bottle of wine while he was driving on stream, so he was multitasking at the wheel, which is very dangerous, and that is why he's being banned on Twitch. And some ordinary gamers actually talked about his banning order, so let's just share my screen with you in a few minutes. I just need to go over to YouTube and just transition it, because if I press the command to transition, if I'm on the video, it will literally skip a portion of the video, because the command that I use is literally a button that can skip the video like a few inches forward, and I don't want any spoilers. So if you wonder why I bring up another tab when I'm transitioning, that is why, because my dumbass has friggin' like mixed two buttons that do something. Yeah, I'm kind of a dumbass. But yep, it's on my screen now, so let's see what he's got to say about this situation.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and I'll be real with you. I think Smash players are probably the lowest rung of gaming, subcultures that I've ever found. Now I'm like, whoa, Muta, what's with the bullets being caught? Now,
it's because they are the most sweatiest players ever, because I've tried to play Brawlhalla and Multiverses, and if you play any game like that, like Smash Bros, then you will know just how sweaty you get while playing it. And it isn't because you're doing exercise, it's because the person you're against is trying to beat your ass in ways that you didn't realise that they could beat you up before. So you try to counter them, and that's when the sweat starts to pour down your face, trying to beat a fucking sweaty player. And then because they're a sweaty player, they make you into a sweaty player. So yeah, that's what he means. There's a lot of sweat on Smash Bros. So that's why they're the lowest form of gamers in the world. I know what he means, bro.
Look, Smash is a great game. Load up the old 6-4 with your friends. The pro community for Smash players, when they're not being, guest characters on To Catch a Predator, some of them make the dumbest life decisions that I've ever seen. Now, today we're going to be covering a Smash player that is known as Bobby Big Balls. Now, you might be like,
yeah, that name alone is a red flag.
Name like that, alright, this guy might be pretty based and cool. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a guy that the ghost downstairs is losing it. This guy was drinking and driving on a live stream, okay?
So it's confirmed that his house is haunted. I thought it was because his lights would friggin' flicker on camera, and there'd be random ass friggin' noises going on in his household, and I kind of like, I'm like, he might have a girlfriend downstairs or somewhere in that house. It's not guaranteed to be a ghost, but he's just confirmed that his house is now haunted. Thank you, I was wondering why your lights were flickering in your room when nobody was at the light switch, and I was wondering why there's random noises in your household, and that is why every time you start recording, the ghosts start to come out, and because they want attention. For some unknown reason, ghosts want to be YouTubers too. Imagine being a ghost YouTuber. I would like to be that. Like, I would like to do YouTube past my expiry date. Yeah, I would like to do that. I would like to do YouTube forever. So if I'm a ghost YouTuber in the future and haunting other YouTubers to get my 5 seconds of fame, yeah, that would be my life complete. Being a YouTuber when I'm alive and when I'm dead.
And took video of it, posted it online.
That's
got
my
banned,
ideal life.
And from what I understand, is
That's when
actually
my life is
not
complete.
suffering any legal penalties, which I think they 100% should. Okay.
They're not suffering any legal penalties. The only penalty that they got was scored on by Ronaldo. Ha, I'm just kidding. The only penalty they got is losing their Twitch channel. I don't know if it's temporarily or permanently, but it should be a permanent suspension, something like drink driving. But how the fuck did they not get arrested? They literally recorded and live streamed themselves doing it, and you'd think Twitch wouldn't just ban them. They would go to the authorities with a clip and be like, this guy's drinking and driving and he's self-reported himself doing it. Can you please arrest this guy? You'd think Twitch would do that when they ban somebody for committing an actual crime, but apparently they just ban you, and apparently no snitching is their statement, I guess.
I think it's a hot take to say that if you drink and drive, you should never be allowed to drive a vehicle again, okay? I've never sat in my car under the influence of alcohol, weed, anything, because it's wrong. And,
I've sat in my car under the influence of alcohol and weed at the same time, and I don't drive, so I'm okay doing that.
Even when I'm sleepy, alright, which kind of replicates the same levels of being drunk, I pull over into a parking lot, even if it's in the most shitty neighborhood imaginable, and I will sleep. Because here's the thing, when I'm operating a multi-ton vehicle, that can kill people on impact, it's best to be 100% alert and on the ready. Now I'm going to play...
But when you're feeling tired, it's best to go to a hotel, not to just park up on the side of a road and just fall asleep, because there's some really bad people and weirdos out there that will literally masturbate while you're trying to sleep in your car. So to avoid somebody masturbating, getting horny to you sleeping, you're better off going to a hotel or a motel than sleeping in your car, because you're out in the open. What if somebody smashes your window, unlocks your car, grabs you out while you're asleep, and then you wake up on the pavement? Then you're -1 car, bruh.
Play the clip over here.
So to avoid that, you need to find a hotel or a motel, even if it's got riddled with bugs or whatever. It's best to be in some sort of shelter than inside a car, because people can literally just shoot you through the glass of your window of your car. So you need some sort of better shelter than inside a car, in my opinion. But maybe he's comfortable sleeping in his car in the most unsafe neighborhoods imaginable. Just don't blame me when you find cum on the side of your car in the morning. That's all that I'm gonna say.
18 seconds long. I actually can't play the whole clip for you, simply because if I did, it would actually get me a community guideline strike on YouTube, as far as I understand, because I'm about to show you some really dangerous actions.
Amazon delivers.
Oh, this is really dangerous. It's fucking Amazon, bruh.
Entertainment included with Prime.
Amazon's the most dangerous thing that I could imagine, bro. Look at this. I'm getting a community guideline strike now because I'm watching some harmful content, bruh.
It's right here, Prime Video.
Fuck you, Prime. YouTube, stop rubbing in my face that I can't grow a beard, bruh. Toxic fuckers.
My car's pretty old, but...
Idiot starts cracking open a bottle of wine. So that's what happened. he literally was multitasking at the time, so thank you for confirming that. I speculated earlier that I guess he was multitasking, drinking a bottle of wine while literally driving. So thank you for confirming that I didn't misunderstand that news article that I read out to you before I started watching Some Ordinary Gamers. So pat on the back for understanding the world around me, because I don't always understand what's going on because I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, you know the fucking vibe.
It's at this point that he actually drinks his bottle of wine, okay? One nice big sip. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot begin to tell you how dangerous this can be. You might be like, but Muda, it's one sip.
Just drinking a bottle of Coke and not pulling over to take that swig is dangerous because you're tilting your head back to drink. So whether it was wine that he was drinking, which is more dangerous because it's got chemicals and it makes you go loopy in the head if you drink too much of it, drinking anything behind the wheel is a big no-no because you're literally tilting your head back. How can you be watching the road when your head is doing this and taking a drink? So I would always advise you to pull over if you want a sip of your Coca-Cola, or if you want a sip of your Pepsi Max or whatever you're drinking, bottle of water. If you want a drink of anything, you shouldn't do it while driving. You should pull over, take a swig and be back on the road, because yes, you need to be hydrated, or in this case dehydrated. You don't need to be dehydrated behind a wheel. If you want to dehydrate yourself by drinking alcohol, then you should do it at a bar, not inside your fucking vehicle. That's number one. But number two, if you want to rehydrate, just pull over for a few minutes, take a swig of your water, your Coca-Cola, your Pepsi Max, and once you're done drinking it, just pull off again and you're ready to go for a few hours, because you can last hours without getting dehydrated again after taking a drink. So it only takes a few minutes to pull over, take a swig and be on again. But when it comes to alcohol, it's best to do it at a bar, not inside a car.
You know, I've met dumbasses that take one hit of the old marijuana, okay, the old vape, and they don't realize 30 minutes after that the effect starts kicking in. So when they're on the road finally, on the highway, you know, the freeway, they can be fucking cruise missiles, causing somebody to lose their life. Look, at the end of the day, I don't care if a drunk driver dies. I think that's just natural selection. However,
but we don't want the innocent citizens to die because of somebody else's actions. That's what he's about to say. Listen.
When you get somebody innocent killed, I really do think that you should be charged, not with manslaughter, but with straight up first-degree murder, okay? And you might be like, Muda, you're being really harsh about this.
I'm pretty sure recently there was a car crash that ended up taking two people's lives. One of them was a 12-year-old girl and the other one was the driver, who was a 36-year-old man. They lost their life while driving, while the man was driving, because I don't know what happened, but they somehow along the lines crashed. I don't know if anyone was intoxicated or if they just lost control of their vehicle, or their tyre just blew out and that's what caused the crash. I don't know. From my understanding, it was a one vehicle crash, so it wasn't a multi-vehicle crash, taking the lives of 2 out of 4 family members, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I think the police got involved they're trying to find out what went wrong, because they haven't got the driver to interview anymore, so I guess they're interviewing the family, the 2 that are still alive, to find out what went wrong with the vehicle. And to this day I don't think we've found out yet. Well, at least I haven't. But that just goes to show you can crash your car by simply losing control when you're sober. I don't know if he was sober or not, but he more likely was, since he was driving his family around. So that kind of confirms that you can lose control of a car, tyre blows out, it flips over, or whatever situation a car puts you in. Yeah, it confirms when you're sober things can go wrong inside your vehicle. So the last thing you want to be when something goes wrong, when shit hits the fan, is under the influence. Because you want to be sober and there mentally to deal with it, to try and counter and stop yourself from having a crash.
Trust me, you'll feel the same way when you lose people to this kind of tragedies. Okay, you'll feel the same way. Okay, you know, you'll feel a little bit more empathetic, and you'll see where I'm coming at from here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this moment,
when I was in a taxi once, the tire blew out. All the taxi driver did was like pull up on the side of the road and called for another taxi while he called the AA to deal with his vehicle. Another taxi driver got me into their vehicle to drive me back home. Yeah, that was when I was returning home from school one day. The tyre just randomly blows out. But luckily he kept control of his vehicle and he could pull it over safely and get the kid out at the time out of that taxi and transferred into another while somebody comes out and deals with that tyre that blew out. So I'm lucky to not have been in a car accident, because some taxi drivers used to go up on 2 wheels while delivering me back home. Yeah, they'd go up on 2 wheels, almost tipping the frigging car over because of the speed that they come at. And I was a kid inside that vehicle, and taxi drivers around my area frigging, they're like Speedy Gonzales. They're like, they're like a fucking race car driver, bro. It's fucking wild, our taxi drivers. And there's been near misses where, like, there was one part where my taxi was getting ready to pull out, and this other car comes flying, almost like hitting the taxi, but luckily he broke and the car just flew like across from us, and then he just carried on after he confirmed there was no other car coming. If that was going to wipe us out, that would have wiped out 2 people, me inside the taxi, and there was another car that was about to do the same, like pull out, and this car just comes flying out of nowhere. Luckily both drivers knew what they were doing and kept alert and put their foot on the brake just before they were going to pull off, because of an idiot driver just like whipping their car around. So luckily I've had near misses and not full on. I've never been in a car crash, touch wood. I've got family that has been in a car crash, like my mother, she had an ear, she lost her ear in a car crash, but it was sewn back on, I'm pretty sure. When the car, like when a tyre blew out and it flipped the car, she managed to get out, and if she didn't, if she passed away in that crash, then I would have never been born, I believe, because it was before my time.
in time, Bobby Big Balls, who was banned, told us,
So I'm lucky to
"Feel
be
nothing
here.
like the king of pop anymore. Twitch ban is indefinite, which means you won't see me at any tourneys online or offline. RIP BBB 1998. See you in another lifetime, boyos."
That's actual good that the ban is permanently, because like you should have a zero toleration when it comes to drink driving. You shouldn't tolerate drunk driving because that's a personal choice. So I'm glad that he got banned permanently, because that's all that he deserves. You don't get behind a wheel, or you don't drink anything alcoholic while you're behind the wheel. Now, if he was drinking Coca-Cola while driving, or water while driving to rehydrate himself, yeah, I wouldn't condone that too, because you should pull over because you're tilting your head back whenever you drink. But it's a lot better than drinking literal chemicals while operating a motor vehicle. So at the end of the day, he deserves everything that's coming to him. Whether he gets banned on YouTube is another thing, but he definitely shouldn't be he shouldn't have a career in the best career in life anymore. There's only one place for drunk drivers, and that is behind bars for a small period of time, depending if they kill somebody. In this situation, I don't think he got into a crash or killed anybody. So I would say about a few months to a year should make this guy change his ways and make him see that you can't be drinking alcohol behind a wheel. You can't be under the influence while operating a motor vehicle. If he didn't already know that, he would definitely understand that when he gets out of a year of a prison sentence. That would be I feel like a year would be enough for him to to want to change his ways, because he wouldn't want to go back into prison after he's seen the inside of it. Let's just pull it at that, because prison is not a pleasant place. I've been on a prison tour before, and it felt really eerie, and when I would walk around, all eyes, it would feel like everybody's staring at me. That's how eerie prison is for somebody that wasn't an inmate. So it must be 10 times worse of a feeling when attention is on you, not just eyes.
Now, from what I understand, the account has been banned indefinitely, and I believe it should be an indefinite ban, okay? That is probably some of the dumbest shit that I've ever seen. Now, I think everyone is afforded at least one
I love how
apology.
he blanks out the screen behind him, like, you nosy fuckers, you're not seeing what's on my screen behind me.
Ukulele song, which is what allowed Bobby Big Balls to write this about his drinking and driving. Surely one singular sip of my 12% wine on my 3-minute drive home from Stop right there, criminal scum!
12% wine, bruh. 12% alcohol. A singular sip, yeah, that's still quite a lot of percentage that you're sipping on. Yeah, I don't like this guy's mentality there, man. Oh, it was just a singular sip and of my 12% wine, bro. You're still consuming 12% behind the wheel, whether it's a singular sip or not. Like, there's still 12% of chemicals in your drink.
From Stop right there, criminal scum! What makes this even more insulting is all he had to do is wait 180 seconds.
He literally, what? He had to wait literally a second? On my 3-minute drive home from... Holy shit, man. So he couldn't wait just to get out the car, to park the car up, and to get out of it, to drink his alcohol. Like, he's making the point, oh, it was only 3 minutes away. So if it was a 3-minute drive away, then you could have waited, bruh. You could have even waited if you were feeling like a little bit dehydrated, to get out the car and drink something that will rehydrate you, let alone something that's designed to dehydrate you. So yeah, 3 minutes, you couldn't wait 3 minutes to have a sip, bruh. You had to do it there and then inside a vehicle while driving. Man, this guy shouldn't drive ever again, because he's trying to make the point, oh, I was only 3 minutes away. If you were 3 minutes away, you could have waited for that singular sip.
From Stop right there, criminal scum! What makes this even more insulting is all he had to do was wait 180 seconds to get home, and then get plastered. Instead, this dumbass chose to start open containering on fresh roads before getting home. Anyways, it doesn't classify as drunk driving. You might not be committing any drunk driving because you weren't drunk per se. Like, I think the actual legal limit is like 0.04 blood alcohol, or 0.007 if you're in like some ratchet part of the world. But this would be, having open containers. You definitely cannot be drinking while you are driving. You know how I know that? Because when I was at the age of 16, long fucking time ago, this is over a decade ago, they told me not to drink and drive in my car as I was getting a provisional permit to drive. You know, usually when you're getting your full license, you know by then not to do this stupid behavior. As a streamer, I'm wrong and will take responsibility for my actions, as you previously just tried to downplay the fact that you're drinking your wine, which, by the way, if you know anything about alcohol, wine is pretty easy to get plastered off of. If the community wants to ban me, I humbly oblige. I am not a...
So that's why, every single time that I would drink wine in my past, because I thought I was just being a lightweight, but about 3 bottles later I'm friggin' getting a bit drunk. Maybe that is because I'm a lightweight or something, or whatever, but yeah, he just confirmed that it's actually easy to get drunk off of wine, so maybe that's why it was so easy to get drunk off of a few bottles later. It didn't take me much to get drunk off of wine compared to lager. I feel like it would take me a lot longer to get me drunk on lager than on wine, and that's why, because he knows, he's like, it's super easy to get drunk off of wine, so therefore I'm not a lightweight. If I've been drunk off of wine, it's just because it's super easy to get drunk off of that substance. It's easier than getting drunk off of lager. So because I've always thought it was weird how it takes me 12 lagers to get me drunk, or 12 ciders, whatever I choose. Lager, cider, same thing. It is the same percentage. The sort of cider that I drink is the same percentage as the lager that I drink. But that's why that it's easier to get me drunk off of wine than on lager, because it's easier to get drunk off of wine than it is lager. So it takes me 12 lagers or ciders to get me completely wasted. But for wine it takes me about a few bottles, about 3 to 4 maybe. And that is why, because it's easier to get drunk off of wine than it is lager and cider. Never knew that fact before, so thank you for teaching me something new. You learn something new every single day.
A role model. Clearly not. Internet personality as such, I stream to make people laugh through entertainment, and I am not meant to be a beacon of morals and values. I am just me. Drinking is the way I cope with my life. You're welcome to judge me. This is just my truth and not an excuse. Thank you.
That's how I used to cope with my life. Every time that I would stop drinking, I'd be anxious as fuck and always be on the lookout for people trying to, are out to get me. There are people out there that are out to get you. So I'd have that feeling all the time when I'm sober. So to cope with that, I used to get drunk. But nowadays, I don't get drunk. I just deal with my mental issues of anxiety, bipolar, and whatever else is wrong with me. So yeah. So he drinks it the same way that I used to drink it, and that is to try and cope with your mental issues and life in general, because life fucking sucks. But you don't drink behind the wheel. You should wait until you're out of the vehicle, you're walking, because I used to drink all the time, but I would always walk. And I'm not a driver. I'm not planning to get my driver's license, but I never thought, oh, let's go on a bike ride while I'm fucking drunk, because one, I might fall off of it because my balance is all kinds of fucked up when I'm sober, let alone fucking when I'm not sober. But I know how to ride a bike at least, but I would shake while I'm doing it, because I have very unsteady hands. So I always shake, but I can just about ride a bike. So if I tried to do that while I'm drunk, that would be interesting to say the least, because it would be interesting where I end up, if I just end up falling over onto my side and I'm just thinking that I'm riding it, but sober people can see that I'm just an idiot laid down on the floor just pedaling my legs. So yeah, but the moral of that story is I've never, whether I'm trying to cope with life, I'd never drink while I'm operating a bicycle, let alone a motor vehicle, something that can, if you're going at speed, can kill you. If you hit something when you're going at speed, or vice versa, they're coming at speed towards you. Cars are death machines, and I learned that when I was in school, because while I was doing my work, I overheard a teaching assistant talking about them recently passing their test, and they said they were scared when they first got behind the wheel of a car because to them it felt like they were in a death machine. So that's where I learned the dangers of cars, and as I get older I learn it even more, that there's things that you shouldn't do while behind the wheel. Doing makeup, you shouldn't be doing that behind the wheel. Either do that before you leave your house, or do that at the other side, like wherever you're going. I've seen drivers trying to do their friggin' makeup behind the wheel, and it's nobody that I know, it's literally other drivers on the road. That happened, I think we spotted that in Derby, some random person was literally driving and applying makeup on their face. So there's things that you shouldn't do behind the wheel, and doing your makeup and drinking behind the wheel are two. Even drinking Coca-Cola, I'd be like, you should pull your car over to take that swig, because you have to tilt your head back, meaning your eyes are going to be looking up, not at the road. But that's just my opinion. You shouldn't drink soft drinks behind the wheel, so you have no business drinking alcoholic drinks behind the wheel.
Thank you, anyone who still
That's my
supports
opinion.
me. Now, based on the video I watched, you seemed like you were a pretty fucking happy port jester, getting kind of like, litty while you drive. And ladies and gentlemen, okay, I know that people make mistakes, okay? And I'm usually very tolerant of many mistakes, but drinking and driving is not one mistake, okay? I don't believe you should be
It's a personal choice. It's like being a diddler. It's a personal choice. Like, you choose to do that shit. No, like, there wasn't this like power greater than all of us making you do that shit. That is your own personal choice.
Way inebriated when you sit behind the wheel of a fucking car. Because you know what happens is people who are like, I only took...
A mistake is something like forgetting to tie your shoelaces. A mistake is like hitting a person in the face with a football by accident. That's a mistake. Beating on somebody, or like literally diddling somebody that doesn't want to be diddled with, or drunk driving or drinking while driving is not a mistake. It's stupidity, and it's your personal choice.
One sip. Somebody who takes 50 little baby sips might not realize how drunk they are. I'll tell you right now, people who are drunk often underestimate how fucking wasted they actually are. So when they sit behind a car, and they
Especially me, when I'm drunk, I'm like, I'm not drunk. Seconds later, I'm falling asleep in a car. Yeah, that's kind of the first telltale sign that I might be actually drunk, if I can't stay awake. That might be a telltale sign that I might be a little bit wavy done. But yeah, it's all good and dandy if I get drunk, or if I'm drunk while I step foot in a car, because somebody else is driving and operating the vehicle who's sober. I'm just a drunken idiot passenger that can't keep his eyes open.
they start to get buzzed a little bit, they start to pass out. You know what happens shortly after? They impact either a wall or another individual, and either it results in them dying, which I've said at the beginning of this video, I don't care if a drunk driver dies.
But every time that I'm drunk, I will always deny, I'm not drunk, bro, what you on about? As I'm falling off the fucking bar stool.
Really doesn't matter to me, okay? That's just natural selection. But killing an innocent person just trying to get home, That's the kind of shit that drives me up the wall.
Yeah, because that could be my family members just trying to get home from work. Like, I have no tolerance for that either. Like, that makes me want to find the person and hijack them, take away their keys first, and then fucking beat them up because an eye for an eye, break their friggin' neck. And yeah, that's what makes... If they ever hit one of my family members while they are drunk, they better run, because they've got me coming after them with either a shotgun that I stole from a farmer, or with my own fist. And my fist, the only way that I know how to fight is not with them. I use my hands, and I do a Homer Simpson on a Bart Simpson. I wrap my hands around their neck, and I'm like, you little bastard. And then that one time in IT, I didn't use my fist. I started choking them out, and then I used my elbows like I was doing a friggin' dance, bruh, on their face.
Now, from what I understand, they're also banned from Smash tournaments.
I have a very unique way of fighting. That's what I'm trying to say.
You know, there's been a few people who said, Muda, you're just giving this guy attention. And I'll agree. Maybe I am giving them attention. But what kind of attention am I giving them? Good attention? They're banned from their livelihood and banned from Smash tournaments, okay? That is definitely not the W anybody is speaking of, ladies and gentlemen. And you might be like, maybe this person can learn from their mistakes. I hope to God they never make this mistake again. But what...
You'd want attention if you've got a platform to promote, but he's no longer got a platform to promote, unless YouTube hasn't banned him for whatever reason. But I'm pretty sure YouTube should have seen that clip and banned their channel on YouTube, whether it happened away from YouTube or not. But sometimes they're like, oh, we believe in second chances, we won't ban your channel. And it's like, that just enables people to do it again. But yeah, if it's giving him attention for his YouTube channel that somehow didn't get banned, then he might slip up again, and that might terminate his YouTube channel. Because people like that, they don't tend to change. I only know that from the EDP situation, because he hasn't changed. Doesn't matter how many times he says sorry, he keeps on doing the same shit and keeps on getting caught doing the same shit. So excuse me for having trust issues when it comes to people saying that they're reformed or that they've changed overnight. But bro, Rhodes wasn't built in a day, neither was your actions. So you need to literally make those bad habits die fast. I think that's what the saying that I was looking for.
What you've
But I
witnessed
stuttered
with their
while saying
life
it.
is
Pog.
basically just consequences, and that's all it comes down to. The actions that you have taken lead to consequences like this, and that's pretty much what it comes down to.
And how did he think it was a good idea to friggin' live stream himself breaking the law behind a wheel of a car? Like, the mentality of these people, they will do anything for clout. That's why they need to get that thing that they can have clout on taken away from them. Because if they're gonna drinking and driving, whatever they want to call it, in my opinion it's still drunk driving, because you're still consuming a chemical at the end of the day. And whether the law has a different like percentage that you can take while driving, you're still somewhat drunk in my opinion, even if you don't feel drunk. One drop of alcohol you can still fuck with your head, because that's chemicals that you're intaking. But people have different opinions on that. But these actions, doing it on camera, yeah, they're just self-reporting, and it's a wonder how the police haven't found them and was like, oh, we caught you doing this. You literally self-reported, you made it easy for us to have a case against you and go and grab them. But yeah, I think these people doing this sort of shit for clout, whether he did it for clout or not, it's kind of pointless if you don't have a platform to have clout on. But I'm pretty sure we can see this person over on YouTube probably doing what iShowSpeed did, not showing his meat. I mean, there was this one point where he let off fireworks in his own room. Yeah, I can expect that from this person because it's anything for clout, right? It's anything for those views.
I just want to read some defense posts as well.
So, in my opinion, these people never change because they are in it for what will get them the most views. In this case, it was drinking alcohol behind the wheel, but it didn't really benefit them because they lost their channel. But if they still have a YouTube channel, they can do something just as harmful or even more harmful in the name of getting views. But hopefully if they do still have their YouTube channel, they make those old habits or bad habits die fast. And they change their ways and they become a better person than they were yesterday.
Too, from intellectual Nobel Prize winners in the comment sections. I should be banned because I took a sip of wine from communion and then drove home after church. Stop letting random people on the internet be role models for underage people. It's not our responsibility to raise your kids. I've definitely went to church and realized that pretty much at the beginning...
Huh? What was that? I should be banned because I took a sip of wine from communion and then drove home after church. Bro, you just self-reported, bro. I don't know who this is because the name is blanked out, but whoever it is, I'm pretty sure their probably Twitter is named after whatever platform they are on. So they just self-reported for Twitch to see this and be like, let's type his Twitter name into Twitch. Oh, we found him. Let's just hit him with the ban hammer as well. Thanks for reporting yourself, sir. Have a nice night and don't do your actions and change for the better. But it looks like this person, from what he's putting, he's like blaming everybody but himself, so he's not taking accountability for his own actions of drinking alcohol behind the wheel. But he just self-reported, so hopefully this person will be banned because he's letting that clout get to his head, because he's obviously saying, stop letting random people on the internet be role models for underage people. It's not our responsibility to raise your kids. And it's like, bro, there's a reason why there's laws against operating a motor vehicle while under the influence, because that's a chemical going into your bloodstream which makes you go loopy in the head. That is the law. That isn't just terms of service. That is the law. There's a percentage that if you take a breathalyzer test, you could be over. Or if you do like the walk in a straight line test at the side of the road over in America, but I'm pretty sure they have breathalyzers as well, where you blow into this tube and it tells them on like a gun that what percentage of alcohol is in your bloodstream or in your breath or coming out of you. So yeah, but this guy, I hope that he's been banned as well, because he took a sip of wine and then drove home. He literally just self-reported. So I don't know if he's just a random guy that just typed that out, but in my opinion he should probably be arrested as well, or even fined for putting other road users in danger. So if he's not an online influencer, hopefully real world consequences comes after him for his own actions that he admitted to in a Twitter post.
I definitely went to church and realized that pretty much at the beginning of church they give you the sip of wine, which you're supposed to take a small sip, by the way. And then usually you have a whole mass that kind of sobers you up. You're not actually driving, you're not drinking the wine as you're driving, which is what was evidenced over here. Ladies and gentlemen,
so at church it's just like a sip, and then I guess you have some food or something to sober you up, ready to get back into your car and drive yourself home. Yeah, that seems different. I don't know what mass means. I don't know if that's a certain food or whatever, or if it's literally drinking water. They have holy water at church. I don't know. I've never been to church a day in my freaking life, but this man has, and he confirms that they give you wine and then they sober you up from something called mass, I guess.
This is me, Mudahar, and yeah, I never really thought in my entire life that I have to make like a PSA or really describe, you know, to idiots that drinking and driving is not okay. Now, here's the thing. If I sound like a boring grown-up adult like, boo, Mudahar doesn't like to have fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a man that loves to have fun, but I'm also not a total fucking abject idiot most days. And I know, at the very minimum, drinking and driving is just not cool, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. Don't be like Bobby Big Balls, okay? Be like Timmy Big Brain. Anyways, I am out.
But yeah, people saying, oh, you don't like to have fun. Yeah, obviously we like to have fun. Everybody likes a bit of fun. We play video games for fun. And some people drink alcohol for fun, which is fine if you do it in a appropriate environment, like a bar or at home drinking with some mates and cracking a few jokes while you're drinking some alcohol. The alcohol itself isn't fun, it's what you're doing. That's the thing that becomes the fun part and the memorable part. If you're being a total idiot, that's fine. Everybody's an idiot sometimes, as long as you're not being like the worst idiot, which would be putting people into danger, kind of, because that isn't fun. That is just being a complete moron. But anyway, we have got some more news for you. I guess that's what you can call it, because anything can be considered news. And apparently I've turned into a newsman because while I'm waiting for EDP to get put away, I might as well keep tabs on what people are doing around the world, because I have news right in front of me 24/7. So I always know what's happening. I'm always in the loop of things, and I can either talk about them in videos, or I can just keep them to myself, and I just decide to talk about them on stream if anything catches my eye that's either a news story or a reaction, well, something for me to react to. Apparently Rockstar Games have broke the law. See, that's news. It's news to me, and it's about to be news to you. Let's see what happened here.
Hello, guys and gals, me, Mudahar, and you know, I like to crap on Rockstar Games simply because I care and love about them. You know, ladies and gentlemen, GTA 5, probably one of my most played games. I like GTA as a franchise, and back when Rockstar made multiple franchises like Bully, what am I saying franchise? Bully's one game. Manhunt, Midnight Club, you bet your boy was a big Rockstar Games enjoyer. Now, in recent years,
as a big games enjoyer myself, I like pretty much all of the GTA games. They are really well made. Even the new ones, like the remasters of the old games, I have played and I have enjoyed once they fixed what was wrong with it, like the thickness of the rain and a few other bugs that people was experiencing from launch. From my experience, it looks like they fixed all those bugs from the trilogy, and that was the day that I bought it, when I got some information in a news article that it seems like they have fixed everything. So I decided to buy them, and I set myself up for disappointment, but surprisingly that wasn't bad. That was actually not bad at all. It was literally, I couldn't see any of the bugs that I've seen on Twitch streams when the game first came out, when the remasters first came out. So yeah, I am pretty much a Rockstar enjoyer, whether I have beaten some of their games or not, because there's two types of GTA players. There's those that like to complete missions, and there's what I used to enjoy while growing up, and that was free roaming, which just causing random chaos just for your own personal fun. I still like doing that in GTA San Andreas up to this day. I don't really bother with missions in GTA San Andreas because there's so many things that you can do in GTA San Andreas. You can literally go to a clothing store and buy yourself literal clothes. You can buy actual apartments. You can literally bet inside, betting like on horses, or you can throw down some money and challenge a guy to a game of pool. These things is what, in my opinion, makes GTA San Andreas one of the best Rockstar games ever, because you don't have to, it's not forcing you to do missions. There are things you can do if you don't want to do missions, like you can literally buy houses, you can buy clothes, you can buy literally anything, or just get the gang together and do some drive-by shootings. It's the most fun GTA game ever. Don't think you can do all of those things that I just mentioned in any other GTA game. But pretty much all GTA games that isn't Vice City is the best ones. I used to love playing Liberty City Stories on my PSP. I liked playing GTA 3 on the PS2. I like to play GTA San Andreas on, I think one time I played it on PlayStation 2, and another time I've played it on an Xbox 360, I think it was. Very enjoyable games. Yeah, like, and without Rockstar, we wouldn't have a lot of a really good gaming series, and up to the point, up to I think it was like 2013, I didn't complete a single GTA game, and I'm not afraid to admit that because I've enjoyed GTA for my whole life for someone that didn't used to complete them. But as I got older, I started doing missions, and the first GTA game that I completed was GTA 5 because it was super fucking easy, and I've completed GTA 3. I've also completed Bully Scholarship Edition multiple friggin' times. I tried to play those two, I think it was like Bully and GTA 5, I tried to play on my PC. My PC didn't stream them properly, it kept on putting the screen a little bit too tiny, but for Bully that completely crashed on my PC, so I had to refund it because it was just a broken file. It automatically skipped my fucking cutscene, the first ever cutscene of the game, which that was the first sign that it was bad, and then it just looked really bad as well when I tried to play it, so I thought, okay, I'll play it some other time on my console and I can stream it if I want to, but I found out that I can't stream from the console because of the audio started to lag when I tried to live stream over there, so I have never been able to show you me beating Bully Scholarship Edition and GTA 5 because I tried to play a basketball game to test my console game, what it's like to live stream on console games. So I tested a basketball game hoping that I could one day play Bully and GTA 5 on camera, and my console basically, it was lagging on the microphone, so I thought, I can no longer use my console to live stream, so if my PC ever breaks, I'm going on a hiatus until I get a new one because I can't live stream from the console because it lagged the audio way too much to where it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You have to guess what I'm saying, guess what the next word, the word that cut out, what was I saying there. So yeah, like console gaming for me, well, console streaming is over for me, so I'll have to play GTA 5 once again for the 100th and 1000th fucking time ever over on the console in my personal time. That was meant to be a stream game, but guess I can't stream it. But yeah, my PC wasn't good enough for Bully Scholarship Edition or GTA 5, which is weird to me because I can actually live stream San Andreas and GTA 4 and GTA 3 fine on my PC. It's just 5 and Bully Scholarship Edition that it just doesn't want me to show. So yeah, probably never gonna play those two games ever on stream, unfortunately, unless I get a better computer that can run those games. But it is what it is. My PC can run both games. 2 out of thousands of games that it can run. I'm not gonna call it a piece of shit for that. It is what it is. Maybe I have to invest like 10 grand in a PC rather than just 1,000.
Rockstar Games has kind of been taking some L's, but today it's actually a really funny L because Rockstar Games kind of broke the law. And the reason I say, whoa, why would they break the law? Ladies and gentlemen, what is one thing I can't do?
Well, they did create GTA Grand Theft Auto series, so they're known for breaking the law, right?
YouTube, show you how to download pirated games? Want me to show you how to download a pirated game right now? Now, ladies and gentlemen, on Steam, if you own Manhunt for any instance, you're breaking the law there, buddy, because technically you are downloading a pirated version.
He just exposed himself because I saw that he's got it installed on his hardware, so the FBI will be paying this man a visit real soon.
Of the game. Now, everybody, wait a minute. Muda, how's Rockstar, the owner of the game, selling a pirated version? Well, because, ladies and gentlemen, I think I might have seen some of the laziest shit imaginable. Because of the game's copyright protection, CD protection, because these are old PC games, some of you weren't even alive when Manhunt came out. Yeah, it turns out Rockstar's been using cracked EXE files, cracked executables in their official releases. Now, ladies and
So that's why Rockstar Games broke the law, because they've been using some jailbroken and cracked files, like files that are pirated, basically. So that is the news story of today, is Rockstar Games pirates their own game, I guess, which is a funny situation if you think about it.
gentlemen, the individual that really kind of popularized...
Maybe that's a title. Rockstar Games pirates their own game. Yeah, I think that will be the title when this goes up on YouTube later.
The story recently is Vadim M. Great channel when it comes to GTA content, cut content. If you ever want to know the history of your favorite Rockstar Games, PlayStation 2 era video titles, video games, this is the channel for you, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite things about this is talking about the hidden anti-piracy measures of Manhunt. This is something that I knew about, and it's actually something that I'm a huge fan of, because I love anti-piracy measures. For those of you who don't know, anytime you play a game that's cracked, sometimes developers do goofy things like basically making the game unplayable, putting in a roadblock, fucking with you a little bit, if they find out you cracked the game. And you know why they do this? Because sometimes it's a lot easier to troll the person into buying the video game than just letting it go free. GTA 4, for instance, had a shaken drunk cam the longer you played your pirated copy of the video game. Manhunt has a bug where, I shit you not, the moment you pick up an item, it actually triggers a memory leak. And what a memory leak does is effectively balloons and fills up the memory with so much garbage information that after a few minutes in the game, it will just crash. Now, there are moments where you cannot pass certain moments of Manhunt simply because weapons start despawning. And the reason why Rockstar will do this is, again, just to fuck with you. Now, I'm pretty sure somebody will take this as a challenge accepted and go on forward, but basically it makes the version of Manhunt you buy on Steam actually unplayable. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason people figured this one out...
So at this point, this is just scamming people, like charging them for Manhunt, and it's a cracked file, so the game's just gonna break every time that you try to play through it. So yeah, that should be a crime in itself. That should be classed as scamming and fraudulent content onto Steam, because if it's not functioning properly and the game's literally unplayable and it breaks while you're in the middle of the game, then that should be classed as a scam. So that should be a crime in itself, let alone it being a pirated version of their own game.
Was we started looking through after that video as to what happened with other Rockstar titles. Do other games have this similar issue? And it does seem that way. Midnight Club 2, for instance, right? Remember that game? Yeah, it turns out that when you drop the game's application file into a hex editor, you'll find out the name Razor 1911. Now, you might be like, whoa, what's Razor 1911? Back in the old days of PC cracking, Windows XP era, Razor 1911 was a massive team. Actually, they were...
I've got to talk on this. Like, that's a very interesting numbers that they've come up with in their files. Like, yeah, if you take away that one, what does it spell out? Yeah, exactly, bro. That's confirming that Rockstar did 9/11. Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but that code right there confirms that they did 9/11.
1911.
We found them.
Now, you might be like, whoa, what's Razor 19?
We found out who did 9/11 thanks to me and my conspiracy theories. I've got my tinfoil hat on right now. You can't fool me. That's exposing themselves, not just for pirating games, but for 9/11 as well. Rockstar Games did 9/11. Trust me, bro. Just trust that statement.
1911. Back in the old days of PC cracking, Windows XP era, Razor 1911 was a massive team. Actually, they were as old as 1985, like OG crackers. And these guys created no CD cracks.
You can't say that word. You can't say that unless you're talking about a food item. You can't say the term what you just said. Naughty boy, Mudaha. Get back into your room, which you're currently in.
Cracks for video games, and pretty much like we're a popular group in the piracy scene, the Juarez scene as we used to call it. Now, if you thought those were the only two games, no, Chief. Max Payne 2 was a game that also had no CD cracks and issues. Now, because this was popularized a couple of years ago, Rockstar went into their back catalog and basically tried to patch this in about the quickest, dirtiest, laziest way imaginable. So this is Manhunt installed. Now, if you notice, I've got manhunt.exe,
Yep.
and then I've got testapp.exe. So using a text editor like Bless in this case, this is the one that I use for Linux, you can find out if we drop in testapp.exe, in the very beginning of this file, one thing you'll notice is RZR, right over here. So you see when it says RZR, that's short for Razor. And you know why that is? Because they decided to remove the Razor crack haphazardly, and they actually decided to remove their DRM, which at the time was SecuROM. Now, to explain why SecuROM is actually so bad, to give you a quick idea, think of it kind of like a rootkit. From what I understand, SecuROM is effectively commercial malware. It gets extremely elevated privileges, from what I understand. And that's not something you ever want to give, especially if you want to play something like a fucking video game, okay? Now, granted, I'm going to have to research a little bit more on SecuROM because I actually would love to make a video on how bad that specific strain of computer cancer is. But anyways, we're kind of going in a different tangent. To go back to Manhunt, ladies and gentlemen, and Rockstar Games, they have been distributing a pirated copy of the game for basically over 10 years at this point. And it was really thanks to, videos from Vadim and videos from other creators that people decided maybe Rockstar, maybe this was just a one-off situation. No. They've been distributing cracked copies of the game for a pretty long time. Now, these cracked copies of the game, if you choose to buy them right now on Steam, actually are non-functional. Okay, to go back to Manhunt, which is a game that I have the most experience with in this pool of video games, is a game chock full of anti-piracy measures. Now, during a mission called Fueled for Hate, where the main character, James Earl Cash, has to fight skinheads, he basically is tasked with grabbing a gas canister. Now, as soon as you grab the gas canister, you have to walk all the way back to a crane to fill it with said gas. The problem is, as soon as you pick up that gas canister, the game triggers a memory leak, which, again, a memory leak is bad, because basically what will happen is if you overflow, you just crash the game. That's intentionally what Rockstar was trying to do. So basically, if you choose to buy Manhunt on Steam right now, you are actually buying a game that is unfucking playable. The fact that Rockstar is still selling
He's going around in circles now.
is actually kind of a shame. In fact, a couple of recent reviews for it have said, don't buy, pirate copy safeguards are active. Now, to understand, if you're playing any Rockstar game on the PC, you probably won't notice this because there's like a million patches for these games. I actually have never played an unpatched version of a Rockstar game on the PC. Because most Rockstar PC ports, up until GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, in my opinion, have been notoriously terrible. We're talking frame rates locked to 30, we're talking just an inferior experience compared to something like, the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox. So after you apply a more billion amount of patches and special hex edits, which are supposed to do...
I feel like sometimes these dudes just friggin' go around in circles just to hit the sweet spot of 8 minutes, bro. 8 minute long content, they just reiterate some points. And it's like, bro, am I in a time loop, or have I heard him say that before, earlier on in this same ass video?
These exe files, you can counter their anti-piracy measures that Rockstar is just letting around go for free. But I actually think that this is an issue that Rockstar should probably address, and probably the answer isn't releasing pirated copies of the video game out into the world. I think the answer is just applying these patches. If you're going to use the community's tools anyways, Rockstar, like no CD cracks, then just use the community patches and mods that are available and just bundle it with these games to save people the hour or so of modding and to make sure their games actually fucking function. I can't believe Rockstar's doing this. In fact, I'm actually going to go through my whole library. I might even live stream this. But this has triggered probably one of my favorite little video ideas. I think I actually want to replay GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas with the pirated versions because they're so readily available at this point. And I want to see just if you can 100% these games with their anti-piracy checks in play. That would be a fun video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar, and yeah, Rockstar broke the law. I am out.
If anything, they have just given this guy a fucking challenge to try and beat these games as the pirated version of themselves. Like, good luck to him, bro. But anyway, that is everything that I wanted to talk about for a time as late as just after midnight. I actually had stuff that I wanted to talk about. Stuff kept on popping up left, right and centre within a space of like the same hour. First it was like that guy that did some drunk driving, drinking wine while driving kind of shit, and then it was like the EDP stuff, and then it was this video. So I've covered them all in the space of what, like 2 hours? Yeah, almost 2 hours. So I did a live stream earlier, and then there was just things popping up that gave me something to talk about in my mind, so I just came on stream to just talk about these 3, I guess you can call them news stories, or just 3 videos, because that's what they are. But yeah, earlier I did a kind of newsy kind of broadcast when I was talking about like Just Stop Oil costing people taxpayers £9 million, and now I had like 3 things to talk about: Mr. Cupcake Lover, taking people's videos down, friggin' guy like enjoys wine behind the wheel, and Rockstar Games breaking the law and pirating their own video game, which is like the weirdest thing that I've ever heard of, because I never thought a gaming company could pirate their own video games. But that being said, I am done with this stream now. Goodbye.